Bonjour, bonsoir, c'est Planet Glee, une autre fois. And that was Leaving Happy Valley, which is the name of the video. A song is called Beast 2. And bonjour, bonsoir, c'est Planet Glee, une autre fois. And as you can see, we've got a guest. His name is Anthony James Rummel. And we should have put on there actor. That's what we forgot to put in the lower thirds. Actor, singer, narrator. He's a person of many talents, and you may see him. Let's see, right now.
Merci, Jennifer. Happy to be here.
Ah, tu parles français aussi? No? Oh, okay. Well, maybe in your French film you'll be speaking some French.
Maybe someday.
Yeah. Are there any other languages you do speak?
I used to speak Spanish, but I kind of got out of it by the time I went to college.
Do you understand it?
Some of it, for the most part.
Okay. Yeah, you're a local actor.
Mm-hmm. Born and raised.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And you studied at...
I studied at the Academy of Art University.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. School of Motion Pictures and Television under Diane Baker, who you might know from Silence of the Lambs, Diary of Anne Frank, Marnie, Mirage.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So she teaches, what is it called?
She was, well, she's not there anymore. She was the former executive director of the School of Motion Pictures and Television and later the School of Acting.
Oh, I didn't even know Academy of Art had an acting division.
Yeah.
Or performing arts.
Yeah, they actually separated from the film and television division when I was there, about halfway through my tenure.
Okay, great. And so, yeah, you've been in various things throughout the city and throughout the Bay Area, yeah?
Yes, I have.
Okay. How are you doing?
Doing just fine. Happy to be here today. Thanks for having me.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you are. I'm thinking that maybe we can start by looking at a little bit of your demo reel.
Sure.
I don't know if the audience knows that every actor has a demo reel.
We try to.
Yeah.
It's advisable.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember I took some acting at City College, acting for the camera, and I tried to make my own demo reel. Making your own demo reel is really hard because it's just hard because you don't know what to put in and all that stuff.
Indeed.
But yeah, so I'm gonna prep it up here, and let's see. I'm taking the video from your YouTube channel, but I'd like to show the Seafarer because one thing that we didn't mention is that you are very talented with accents.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
And so let's look at one.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start with the seafarer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because of what you did. And what you didn't do. That's where I am too, Sharky. When you see me here in this man's clothes, that's where I really am. Out on that sea. You'd have loved having Sharky. It's unbelievable. Everyone feels peaceful. Everyone feels at such peace. Simply to exist there is to know an exquisite trance-like bliss, because your mind is at one with the infinite. At a certain point each day, music plays. It seems to emanate from the very sun itself. Not so much a tune as a heartbreakingly beautiful vibration and the sunlight shining down on and through all the souls. So moving you wonder how you could ever have doubted anything as you think back on this painful life, which is just a sad, distant memory. Time just slips away in heaven, Sharky. Not for you. No. You're about to find out that time is much more measureless and bigger and blacker and so much more ballast than you could ever have thought possible with your puny, broken mind.
So yeah, that's a British Isles accent. Which one? Which?
That's I went for a Northern Irish accent for that one.
It's an Irish accent. It's not heavy on Belfast for me, but it's good. It's very good.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw a casting call for a St. Patrick's Day cabaret here in the Bay Area, and I knew I just had to be in it to show off my skill with that.
Yeah, and how did you pick it up? How did you watch
it? Took a really, really long time because I've decided I wanted to cover as many accents as I possibly can, and that's one of the trickiest ones. So I just listened very carefully to actors and just even regular people from around that area. Listen to how they pronounce certain vowels and what consonants they tend to emphasize a bit. And it took me a while to get it down, but eventually I did. And I actually did that same monologue for a San Francisco theater sort of monologue contest.
Cool.
I didn't win, but still, it was nice being able to show them what I can do.
Who put on the contest? I mean, I'm just curious.
The Theater Bay Area.
Oh, Theater Bay Area. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm. A little something for us actors to do during lockdown.
Oh, got it. Mm-hmm. So it was a 2020 thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And in 2020, did you also do the HIRAETH?
HIRAETH. Yes, we did, and we actually started just in the months before the lockdown, and then we had to put the show on hold for a very, very long time, until finally, I think in around September, I believe it was, we finally got to doing it again, with COVID precautions in place.
Good. Okay, so that was done with a local filmmaker. Mr. Amir Jaffer, who has been a Planet Glee guest a couple times. Mm-hmm. So, if you want to set the stage for it, we'll take it up. Oh no, sorry, that's not it. It's this one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you want to give us a little intro into it, or do you want us to just look at it?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically what my character's been going through as the episodes have gone on is he's hearing voices in his head. And at this point, we don't exactly know where they come from. But they seem to be like almost like a psychic ability of his. He can read people's thoughts. And so in this scene, I've come across a woman in the park I ran into a few episodes ago.
Interesting. Okay, so you're playing someone who has some interesting powers that... All right, well, let's have a look at it. Okay, let's see.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why? Why? Did they tell you something's wrong with me? Don't act surprised. I know they told you about me.
Who are you talking about?
You know we're nearing the end.
I think you need some help.
Wait, they're telling me something. You baby. You having a baby?
How do you know? Who told you?
I told you it's them! You thinking about killing it? You were.
Get away from me.
Don't kill that baby, you hear me?
Get away from me. Get away from me or I'll call the cops.
Don't do it, please. Don't!
If I were doing that, I would have gone straight for a close-up into you, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, that was the moment when you were really, like, going through it.
What? Did they tell you?
Don't worry about it. It's okay. Yeah. What's more important is what we're talking about, not that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah, no, I definitely would have as well. And he actually did film a close-up of me, but he didn't use it for some reason.
Yeah, because I found your character very strong there, except
Thank you.
couldn't see. Wanted to see more of your facial expression as you're going through this.
Yeah.
You know.
And show how the work of our fantastic makeup artist who made it seem as if I hadn't slept in a really long time.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to see that. Oh
Yeah.
cool.
Well,
I
you
mean,
can kind of see it there. I clearly have bags under my eyes right there.
I missed it. Okay. Well, let's go on. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's go to since you mentioned the singing, do we have it here?
Yes, this was another one I did for St. Patrick's Day Cabaret. The woman in charge asked me if I was also interested in performing alongside a sea shanty group, and I said, "Hey, sure. I've been taking lessons for the past several years, so why not?"
Yeah, sea shanty. Okay, so explain to our audience what that would be.
Basically, it's simply put, like a sailor song.
Okay.
This is 10,000 miles away. I don't know the origin of it. It's most likely England or Scotland or even maybe Ireland. I know it's sung in some parts of there.
Yeah, somewhere in those islands. Okay, so we're gonna take it up. We're not gonna. Yeah, we can look at the whole thing.
It's all for a brave and gallant ship and a fair and favorite breeze, with a bully crew and a captain too to carry me over the seas. To carry me over the seas, me lads, to my true love far away. For I'm taking a trip on a government ship 10,000 miles away. So blow, you winds and blow, and a roving I will go. I'll stay no more on England's shore to hear sweet music play. For I'm off on the bounding main, and I won't be back again. For I'm taking a trip on a government ship 10,000 miles away.
My true love, she was beautiful. My true love, she was young. Her eyes were like the diamonds bright, and silver was her tongue.
And silver was her tongue, me lads, as the big ship left the bay. As she said, will you remember me 10,000 miles away? So blow, you winds and blow, and a roving I will go. I'll stay no more on England's shore to hear sweet music play. For I'm off on the bounding main, and I won't be back again. For I'm taking a trip on a government ship 10,000 miles away.
Now dark and dismal was the day when last I saw my Meg. She'd a government band around each hand and another one round her leg.
Oh, another one round her leg, me lads, as the big ship left sailed away. And I said that I'd be true to her 10,000 miles away. So blow, you winds and blow, and a roving I will go. I'll stay no more on England's shore to hear sweet music play. For I'm off on the bounding main, and I won't be back again. For I'm taking a trip on a government ship 10,000 miles away.
I wish I was a bosun, bold, or a sailor without fear. I'd man a boat and away I'd float and straight for me true love steer.
And straight for me true love steer, me lads, where the whales and dolphins play, where the whales and sharks are having their larks 10,000 miles away. So blow, ye winds and blow, in a roving I will go. I'll stay no more on England's shore to hear sweet music play. For I'm off on the bounding main, and I won't be back again. For I'm taking a trip on a government ship 10,000 miles away. Where the sun may shine through the London fog.
I'm gonna pause it there and get back to you. Just because I want to see more of you soloing. Now, did you shoot this with your own iPad? Or?
Yes, I did, and but we had to record the music, our voices separately, and then lip sync to them.
Got it.
Yes.
Looks very, very much like you're right. You know, there and yeah, good job.
Thank
I like
you
it.
very much. Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So let's see. We are you going to be singing in the coming months or something else?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have anything planned exactly yet, but I definitely want to perform a tribute someday to my singing instructor, who is unfortunately leaving the school where I'm learning at the moment. But
are you still taking classes?
yes, I
don't
am.
know. Okay. Where at?
Songbird Studios.
Where's that?
It's they got campus along Irving Street near Golden Gate Park, and also one in Noe Valley.
Oh, I hadn't heard of it. Songbird Studios.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, how interesting. So if now, is it mainly for actors or is it for everyone?
Anyone who wants to take lessons can sign up and.
Mm-hmm. How cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is from the finale of HIRAETH in that same episode. Now we get to the background of my character and why he hears the voices that he does. And this is his ability. This is where he finally just comes to peace with it and accepts it as part of who he is.
Okay. Can you just tell us a little bit about HIRAETH? I am going to put what is HIRAETH is I'm going to put it on there so the audience can see where to go to, because it's going to be showing the coming months on Amazon Prime.
It's playing there already.
It's playing there already. Okay, we need to show that. Okay, so people can go to Amazon Prime and then look up HIRAETH.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yes.
I don't know how to do it.
Amazon Prime and look on Prime Video and type in HIRAETH, that's HIRAETH, and you should be able to find it there. There are 6 episodes in total right now, though there are more to come early next year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, all right. So our audience knows better than I do how to access that, but thank you for explaining that now. We can look at more of the episodes. Cool. All right. So let's check this one out. Okay. Jennifer.
Hello?
Jack? I'm at Green Cafe like we talked about. What do you want?
Don't worry. Avi's mother will be fine.
What?
Avi's mother. She'll be okay.
How did you know about that?
And if you two are meant to be together, you will be.
Okay, you're freaking me out. I'm coming over right now.
I'll have a great garden. No mail.
No, I'm coming over now.
Remember that woman I told you about? The one in the park who was upset?
Yeah?
Saw her again. Yesterday. And I knew she was pregnant and thinking about aborting it. I told her not to.
What? What did she say?
She got upset.
But how did you know?
Same way I knew about Avi's mother. I heard you in my head. You know about the voices.
Yeah?
Well, they're not usually voices. They're more like noise. I realize it's because there are so many of them that they become like a wall of noise. Sometimes one comes out a little clearer, kind of like tuning a radio. And I know what they're thinking.
You mean saying?
No. Thinking. Did you tell me about Avi's mother? No. But you thought it, didn't you? It's been like this since I was a kid. My parents, teachers, psychiatrists, they all told me it was all in my head. My screwed up brain was making it up. I never told you this, but when I was in high school, they put me in a hospital and gave me electroshock therapy. I zapped my head and cleared the voices all right. Then they put me on meds to help keep them away. But it doesn't really stop them, it just muddies them up and tones them down so I can function. The woman in the park, you, I'm hearing them. How else would I know these things I shouldn't know?
So, no more meds?
No more meds. It's time to embrace this, not run from it.
Wow. Very good. I like that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. How was it for you to be in this character?
At first, pretty uncomfortable. I hadn't been in film in over 5 years because I was living on Maui where there's no film industry, but I did a lot of theater training then and was in a lot of plays. But so making the transition back to film wasn't too easy for me. But eventually, especially because I didn't know exactly where he was taking this character, he only gave us like snippets of the script that he wanted us to go over that he was filming on a particular day. So finally, when everything came full circle and that scene was being filmed, I finally understood everything and I knew exactly how I wanted to portray it. I based it off of a monologue that Robert Shaw performed in the film adaptation of Harold Pinter's The Caretaker, where he
Pinter, great.
Mm-hmm.
Love Pinter.
Mm-hmm. Where he goes through a similar ordeal.
Oh, how interesting. So, had you done Pinter in school?
No, but I studied a lot of, and a lot of the other big playwrights: Arthur Miller, Tennessee Williams, Sam Shepard, David Mamet.
August Wilson.
He was one I never really read.
Yeah, but he's like he's one of the biggies. Yeah. I think of him, and then I think of Pinter. But Pinter was British, but August Wilson was African American from the South. But yeah, I mean, I took an acting class at City, and the instructor was a Pinter fanatic, and we did Pinter. I love Pinter. It's great. It's really good. So you brought something even more to the scene that I think is like, Okay. Now, that's a really nice shot.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so let's keep going.
No, you can't turn back now. I'm starting to see you as the voice of a very misunderstood section of our society. But there's a million of me getting around, mate. They'll all tell you they had a tough life. Beaten up by their dad, in trouble with the cops, pisshead mom, rough school. Million fucking excuses why they turned out to be bad eggs. And I got all the above.
So I suppose that makes you a good person, going to church twice a week.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Working at the church and going twice a week, someone could think that you have something to hide based on all the time you spend there.
No. Being in the Lord's house makes me remember what's at stake if one sins.
And what is at stake if you sin?
He wouldn't stop talking about you. He paid for 2 of your 4 colleges, which you dropped out of.
Hey, I didn't drop out. I had 2 jobs.
That's no excuse, man. If you're gonna try to start doing something, you gotta commit to yourself. And your father did everything he could for you. Now sure, he had an addiction, he paid for your school. And even though he'd be begging me for samples every drop, he did everything he could for you so you could become a writer! But where are you at now?
I like to cook, so I will use the kitchen whenever I damn well please, and I'm very particular about my condiments, so keep your salt and pepper to yourself. Plus, I play the guitar in the middle of the night whenever I cannot sleep, and I meditate every morning, complete with chanting and burning incense. So if you gotta walk around, I would appreciate a little tiptoeing. Also, I sleep in the nude. A buffo. Winter and summer, rain or snow, with the windows open.
Your presence was so welcoming.
I like the transition to this. I'm gonna.
Goodness of your skin.
But here's Anthony in a romantic pose.
You steal my breath when you speak like that.
And that murderous look in your eyes.
My pulse is quickening.
You have no pulse.
Darling.
My angel of the night.
I love that. If people want to, if you guys want to see more of Anthony's reel, go to his YouTube channel, Anthony James Rummel. It's there on our screen. Yeah, go to his YouTube channel and you can see more of his work. He's also done narration, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, The Raven, different, yeah, I think this is also really cool. But I'm going to go back to Anthony because we've just got about 3 more minutes.
Okay.
To talk about what you're doing in the future.
In the future, I'm doing a follow-up to The Legend of Sleepy Hollow vid. I'll be doing Rip Van Winkle at the request of a big Washington Irving fan who really liked the video that illustrator Chanel Hunt and I put together.
Cool. So, so our audience can go to your YouTube channel and look at your Legend of Sleepy Hollow
That's right.
narration, which is very outstanding.
Thank
we
you.
don't have time for it today because I want to talk got 2 more minutes. I want to talk a little bit more about what we're doing in the future.
Yeah. So also in the future, you can look forward to a biopic on the Wiggles.
Oh, cool.
Yep. I came in contact with a film student from the Dutch Caribbean who was been a big Wiggles fan ever since she was a little child. So she wanted to make a biopic of them because they've been at it since I was an infant. So, and in that amount of time, because they're still going on today, there's bound to be a lot of drama behind the scenes as well. So what drew me to that particular project was that, along with all the cutesy cutie stuff that they do on screen, we're also going to take a look at some of the less glamorous parts of their career.
Okay. And that sounds cool. What else?
Nothing set in stone at the moment, but I'm, still taking lessons there, and I'm always, learning all more of what I can about my craft, trying to improve wherever I can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great. And are there other actors that you sometimes get together with and talk about acting, what you want to be doing? Or?
Well, since the lockdowns happened, we haven't really gotten to get together a whole lot very much. But I do keep in contact with a lot of my old peers back on Maui. A lot of the people I did theater with over there. And soon I'll be going back there for maybe a month or so to see some of them again.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw this thing on the Hill that they took some random poll of, I don't know, some Americans about their favorite, place, their favorite state, and Hawaii came in first, of course.
Not surprised.
Yeah, but Colorado was second.
No surprise there either.
I don't know what they have in common, but, I guess they both have really beautiful
Scenic
landscapes.
Beauty. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. California was 12th. But anyway, so in Hawaii, I'm curious, because our audience might want to also know, what kind of theater were you doing there?
Well, I first got into the scene doing It's a Wonderful Life on Christmas. This was actually the first time I actually really got to take part in a play, so I was really excited. But then the one that where audiences really saw me as a force to be reckoned with, as well as the whole theater community there, was Noises Off.
Don't know that one.
Noises Off is it's a farce about a play where anything that can go wrong does go wrong. Cool. And a lot of mayhem behind the scenes, love triangles and props failing and things like that. And then I did And Then There Were None, the classic Agatha Christie murder mystery. And then I took a year off to focus on health and finances, and then I came back a year later to do A Few Good Men. I played the role that Kiefer Sutherland played in the movie, Lieutenant Jonathan James Kendrick. And my last one there was, appropriately enough, another Christmas one, My Three Angels, which was adapted into a movie with Humphrey Bogart, Aldo Ray, and Peter Ustinov.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that, why is his name escaping me? Andy Garcia is kind of your doppelganger for Senor Garcia. Are you into any of his
I do like a lot of his performances, particularly The Untouchables, The Godfather Part 3. He's one of the very few good things about that movie. Let's see. City Island is another one, and probably most recently The Mule with Clint Eastwood.
Oh. A recent Clint Eastwood film that we haven't heard about?
No, that was 2 years ago.
Oh, I missed it. Yeah, I didn't know.
It was really good.
Oh, nice to have you here. Of course, the Planet Glee goes like that. And, yeah. No, it was really great to have you. And I just want to say, we'd love to have you come on again. And when you've got, maybe do a scene here with some actors. I would love to see that.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have to see if anyone might be available, if anyone's willing to come in. Getting there, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Hopefully we seem to be entering the twilight of this nightmare.
Yeah. And I'm glad to see that you were able to get work, do the ballad. That was cool. Well, thank you, Anthony. Is there anything you want to say to the Planet Glee audience?
Just thank you for tuning in. I hope you can all... Thank you for tuning in. I hope you can all tune into my YouTube channel, tune into HIRAETH, give them the love and support they deserve.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you.
We're going to say goodbye for now from Planet Glee.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Bye-bye. Au revoir.